Hello, it's Susan Lazar Hart here with this week's edition of Ask Susan. Grateful as always for you stopping by and sending your questions in. And this week's question comes from Nicole. And here we go. Hi Susan, thanks for being a friend. Well, thank you for writing in with all your questions. I'm asking for awesome presents of who I'm going to marry. I'm interested in marrying someone who helps me with my kids, who does chores around the house, who doesn't want to screw my brains out, nor other women. Does that sound like a man you know? Or am I being greedy? So once again, let's start backwards and go to the front. So everywhere you've decided that asking for what you desire is greedy, would you be willing to let that go? You know, we often ask, who does that belong to? A wonderful access consciousness tool. Who does that belong to? Who did you buy from that asking for what you desire, what you require, is being greedy? See, when we ask a question, it creates greater possibilities. Am I being too greedy? Is already going into a conclusion and a judgment that you have, that you bought, most likely from somebody else. Yeah. So everywhere you bought that asking for what you like is being too much, too greedy, too selfish. Can you be too nickel-ish? Thanks, Nicole. Thought I'd play with your name there. When somebody says to you, you're being too greedy or you're being too selfish, ask yourself, so am I being too self-ish? Would I be being too Susan-ish? Too nickel-ish? I think we talked about that in an earlier Ask Susan. So, you're asking for somebody to do your chores, to take out your kids, to take out the garbage. Why not hire a butler or a maid? Are you looking for a relationship that has to do with servitude? Or are you looking for somebody to create something in communion with? So when we talk about energetic congruency, we're talking about something that would create more for your life, for and with the future. So truth is what you really require somebody to serve you. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you're into S&M, if you're into servitude in the bedroom, there's going to be a currency that's required. So ask yourself, what currency am I willing to play with that will give me what I'm asking for? Right? So I know in my business, there are certain things that I know I can do that are not fun for me, like graphics or putting out the newsletters that I write. So I'm actually willing to ask who would like to play with me that would be congruent with what I'm creating with Right Relationship for You. So I might ask you, Nicole, who would you like to play with that would be incongruent with what you're asking for in a relationship? And everywhere you put a not, will not screw my brains out, will not be with other people, I might ask you, what is it that you're looking for in someone, with someone? And is that congruent with what you're willing to play with? And would you be willing to be the energetic vibration that will create the congruency of what creates more? Yeah. And that's not being greedy. That's actually asking for what you would like to show up, no matter what it looks like, and being an allowance of the universe actually gifting you that. So how many people can you ask for that would be in service to you if that's what you're asking for? And it's the willingness to be congruent with whatever you're asking for. I love the energetic congruency. I'm just taking at 3:30 in the morning, I'm taking the Choice of Possibilities class with Gary Douglas with Access Consciousness, and he talks about that a lot. And it's the willingness to actually create what you're asking for the future, setting it into motion by being congruent with whatever it is that you're asking for to show up as well. So for myself, getting up at 3:30 in the morning, Choice of Possibilities class, playing with the amazing body class that I'm facilitating in a few minutes with people coming and their bodies coming. And then that creates the congruency of joy, of discovery, of being with people and creating more that I'm asking for to show up in every relationship in my life. And so I would ask you, what is it that you're asking for that will create the energetic congruency of what you would like if you go out to the future of what you see as a possibility? So everybody just right now for a little quickie, go out to the future. There. Okay, cool. Now, get the energy of what that is that you'd like to play with, whether it's your business, a partner, your children, the planet. There we go. And get that energetic joy that is willing and waiting and is there for you to contribute to you, that energetic congruency. Now, bring that right into the present. Yeah, there you go. Step into that. Yep. And now ask for more of that to show up. So I wonder, what questions can you ask that would create what you're truly asking for, not what you've decided you don't want? Because when we decide what we don't want, it's really what we're lacking. So truth, Nicole, what is it that you're asking for? And if you are asking for somebody to serve you, what would it take for that to show up with ease and joy and just glorious abundance? How does it get any better than that? How many lifetimes were you an empress and you ruled the world and had people serving you lifetime after lifetime? And hey, how does it get any better than that? What would it take for you to step into the abundance of that and ask for true congruency with who you be right now? Yeah, and everything that doesn't allow that, let it go. Chances are not yours to begin with. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining me. If you're interested in coming to a body class where we play with all these amazing Access Consciousness tools, I'll be in Copenhagen in April. And I think we're going to be cooking something up in Canada for July. So how does it get any better? Talk to you soon. Send in your questions at info@Right Relationship for You. We're just getting the Ask Susan site up, so hopefully we'll be more congruent with that in the future. Love you, adore you. Mwah. Thanks so much, guys. And happy Ask Susan Day. Bye-bye. And join us on Facebook. Invite your friends. The more the merrier. You know what they say. Where two or more are gathered. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.